In the interest of some balance, whilst I have no idea what Clause 77 is doing in this bill, and on that I absolutely agree with the objections that have been raised, it's far too prescriptive, I thought it might be worth noting that in Haringey, where I live, that there was in excess of £100,000 spent on renaming Black Boy Lane to La Rose Lane, and that was due to concerns that the old name had racist connotations. However, I think it's disingenuous to talk about the idea that this was based on local consultations, because actually, if you look at what happened there, the council did launch a consultation after the death of George Floyd, but since then, they have admitted as a council that a significant number of residents of the street objected to the idea. Their inbox was full of messages from people objecting to the name change, but they decided that they'd carry on regardless, which they did. The culture war is not so much in the bill as in society, and I don't think it's fair to just say that this is all to do with Oliver Dowden playing the woke card, because there are real issues happening on the streets of the UK.
Will the noble lady
yes.
give way? I think she just needs... Would she accept that I said that this clause was based on what Oliver Dowden said and actually was a direct quote? And would she also agree with me that the example that she gives could be dealt with if the 1907 Act was deemed to be appropriate for all street name changes, and that I think it's the 1925 bill was repealed, and therefore there wouldn't be a need for this clause at all, and the 1907 Act, which allows for street name changes with votes, should be enacted?
It is true that I am not familiar with the 1907 Act in detail, if at all. It is also true that I didn't introduce Oliver Dowden or the term woke. I was responding to the comment that was made, and I just wanted to carry on and just simply say, because I think this is important to the bill, this bit of what I'm saying is important, which is that sometimes people speak on behalf of local democracy, and actually the problem is that what passes for local democracy or at the level of consultations are often faux and sham consultations, and local people feel aggrieved. So actually in Haringey there's been a big row about even whether the name has racist connotations. Local people have put forward all sorts of ideas that it was to do with chimney sweeps, it was based on King Charles II, all sorts of things. Local supermarket owner Ali has been doing, Ali Dimitri has been going around asking people what he thought the original name was, and whereas the council seem convinced it's racist, local people don't necessarily. And so Carol Lee, and this is the bit where the levelling up bit comes in, who's lived on the road for 35 years, has mixed-race children, was quoted in The Guardian on this question, said, "I'll have to change my driver's licence, and that's £40 alone. You have to look after the money these days. I object to this, it's been imposed on us," and so on. There's been graffiti put up on the actual change of sign, signs in the window with the original name in it. I was simply making the point that although I don't think this bill is the right place to deal with it, I don't think there is nothing to be dealt with. And as to the Colston statue question, I think that it would be wrong, as the noble Baroness Bennett suggested, that that we should take to pulling down statues that we disagree with, because, as you indicated, things didn't go your way. I think that would be a destructive conclusion to reach myself.